Tail of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Johnny Big Wig Hendricks. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, the Korean Superboy,
Herb Dean, our referee for this one. All right, so here is Johnny Hendricks back competing at 185 pounds as we get ready to go with round one. I know a lot of observers are interested to see how he approaches this one tactically. Does he go for the takedown, which figures to be there, or choose to strike with a very gifted striker? Time will tell. Oh! Massive kick to the head. And that'll quiet the storm. Shot blocked by Johnny Hendricks. And now leather being thrown on both sides. That's a sharp hook there by Choi. Jab gets the attention of his opponent. Beautiful leg kick countered by Hendricks.
On the shot, there you go, single leg.
And now is where things could get really interesting. Ground and pound, the hammer. Mark Coleman would be proud. Another ground and pound strike lands. The Korean Superboy getting worked here from the top. Ground and pound strikes raining down. The ground strikes continue to pile up.
Keep those hands up for me. Keep those hands high.
All right, so not enough action there on the ground. The referee brings the fight back to the feet, and we are back underway.
What a beautiful leg kick that landed there.
Oh, tags him with the overhand.
When he gets close and he throws, he lands. Nice job defensively. He blocked that punch.
And they separate after exiting the clinch. Pretty strong jab there by Hendricks. Just over 3 minutes to go in our first round. Oh, uppercut to the dome.
Over and over, this guy's getting hit right in his face.
Oh, and he tags him with the straight hand there. Beautifully done.
Take it for a ride. Nice double leg, nice finish.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy.
Inside control, you got a ton of options. He goes knees on belly. He's postured up. He's landing big ground and pound. He has to move on the bottom or the fight's gonna get stopped.
Hendricks has got him in a crucifix. Gonna work from the top now. The ground strikes starting to pile up. All right, inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you gotta either have 2 hands in or 2 hands out, or guys start to attack triangle. There it is, now he's going to mount.
Under 2 minutes now to go in round one. Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight.
Don't let him open him out. Keep on your side. Look to counter that hook. Let's go. Look to counter that hook.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Hey, scramble, get up. Scramble, scramble, get up.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Hendricks.
another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position.
Under a minute now to go, round one. We'll see what he does here. He postures up and lands to the head. Choi's in half guard. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control.
That was nice.
Lands the ground and pound strike. Oh, nice job to split his guard and get the ground strike home again. Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curdled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
Take a seat, brother. Breathe. Get some water. Perfect. How you feel? Awesome. Your cardio is great, dude. Keep that pressure.
All right, so a lot of highlights over those previous 5 minutes. DC, take us through the replay, if you will.
A lot of good action, but punching led the dance. Punching was the thing that stood out to me. That allowed him to take control of the round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, let's get to round two. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Oh, beautiful straight right hand. Oh, good head movement there. Nice slip. Big shots being landed on both sides here. Oh, nice punch from the clinch by Choi. Double leg lands. Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Nice punch to the head.
Now he's got the single collar in the clinch. All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Oh, now going to the body with that hook. Nicely done there by the Korean Super Bowl.
That one snuck in. Nice strike.
And there's the shot, and there's the land. Nice takedown there by Hendricks. Choi's got a bruise starting to appear on that right side of his body now. Hendricks is in half guard now.
Look at that. Recognize he was about to lose position.
Postures up now. Oh, and delivers. Huge punch to the head there.
Another strike gets through from the top position. This is a terrible position.
Oh, nice movement to avoid that strike coming down.
Come on, Hammerfield.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Hendricks. All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control.
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's still advantageous, but it just seems a little more free-flowing than having something like a half guard.
Choi's cheek looks like it's cut. Yes, it is. Starting to bleed a little bit now. Hendricks is back in full mount.
You have to be so well-rounded once you get to the top of these divisions. You cannot just be a knockout guy. You got to be able to change it up if you find yourself in this situation that he's in right now.
Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round one. You can't say the same here in this second round. He has really picked up the pace, an uptick in the aggression and the output, and starting to find his range here in the pocket. Just over 2 minutes now to go. Takedown defense is there. Effective use of the jab there by Choi. Well, until his opponent adjusts, you might as well keep going with it as he continues to land a high volume of strikes in this one.
You don't want stuff on your feet with a boxer of this caliber. This guy's too good. And as you see his opponent looking lost, this is what you expect. He is that good in this singular skill. He got on 4-ounce gloves. Take this dude down. Don't box him. He's too good at it.
Hendricks' cheek looks like it's cut here, starting to bleed a little bit now. Wow, what a kick. Both guys appeared to land there. Overhand right, swing and a miss.
Big shot to the head.
Nice, good. Keep that pressure. They're about to break.
You wonder if the offensive fighters can start to get frustrated here. Most, if not all, of these shots are getting blocked.
They're getting blocked because he's fighting one of the best defensive fighters in the UFC.
Big Rig gets tattooed by that straight punch.
Another punch to the head.
Hendricks' eyes starting to close up. Got to get that end swell on it between rounds if we get there. Oh, effective use of the jab by the Korean Super Bowl. Oh, straight punch. Oh, big elbow. 15 seconds to go. Pretty good position here with the single collar in the clinch.
Great job moving into his opponent and getting to that single collar tie.
All right, so that's the end of the round. Potential adversity here. He's got a cut on his cheek sustained from that strike in the round. Now the focus becomes maximizing these 60 seconds, shutting that cut and preventing it from becoming a major factor here moving forward. All right, so the cut man attends to the fighter who has essentially been rendered a one-eyed fighter at this point in time. Some replays from the previous round.
No defensive intent, no defensive intensity, no attention to his defense, and this costing him. Now he's dealing with a massive cut over his eye, and that's going to make it hard for him to see. He's got to change something, man. He's got to.
Third round underway. All right, next round is underway. You know these are two of the more conditioned fighters on the roster, so cardio is not going to be an issue here. And for some fighters, you know, you can have one of those adrenaline dumps or the cardio abandons you on fight night. Not the case for these two guys. Both look very fresh as we start this next round. Well, he continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like he did in the previous round. This is a world-class display of striking here tonight. Now he gets a more dominant position with the underhook.
He is going to start to drive these over and over. You got to be careful here. You got to move.
So wisely, he continues to attack that area that is cut wide open. When you were fighting, was that something you would do to see a cut try to attack it?
It's like target. I mean, you want to get your hands on that cut. You want to punch him in it. You want to elbow him in it. Anytime you see your work paying off, you go down the path.
Look how excited you just got talking about punching a dude who's already got over. Like, you got really excited.
It is, right? And I'm old now. I don't even want to fight no more, but I do love the damage.
All right, big storyline starting to develop here. That cut really starting to gap wide open as this fight continues.
And you can watch him. You see him. You can see it becoming his focus as he's popping him on that cut. And it's starting to open up more and more as the fight goes longer.
Big Rig goes for the takedown, unable to land. One of the better takedown artists out there. Nothing doing on that attempt. Nice jab there. Hendricks' eye is really not looking good right now, Daniel. Starting to swell shut, and that is going to compromise his vision as this fight continues. Hook attempt now, blocked though by the Korean Super Bowl.
Great commitment to the kicking game.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Beautiful diving strike lands. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Hendricks. And again, dealing with that cut around his eye. Got to be careful.
He's got to shore up the defense because if he keeps getting hit there, it's only going to continue to get worse.
All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke.
Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound. And there you go, again, half guard.
Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice.
I give one, I take one. You give one, you take one. That's how this fight is being played out.
Well, no feeling out process tonight. Both fighters invoking damage on the other side.
Yeah, we knew this would be very competitive. We knew that this was a tough fight. We knew that both guys would be very evenly matched in this fight. But we didn't expect to see this type of war between these two guys.
Well, I think I can smell the blood at this point in time. That canvas didn't look like that a few fights ago. Blood is flowing from that cut with every passing strike.
Every strike. And it burns. John, it burns so bad. When you get cut like that, every time a shot lands, it just burns. So this guy needs to try to find a way to not take and limit the damage he's taking to this cut. Easier said than done.
Well, the fighter's going to have to address this offense coming his way. He's getting really bloody around that eye.
Yeah, now it's just become a big target because his opponent is just seeing the blood and he's just going after it. He's mad.
He's hurt. Some real power shots here. 1 minute now to go in the third. Hendricks' face would have to be classified as a mess. Cut on his cheek, and it's only getting worse. Oh, nice slip there. Great head movement overall by this guy defensively tonight.
He does a great job of side to side, really mixing up the motion at which he moves.
What a fight, what a display of physical and mental toughness on both sides. I'm not sure who's more injured, but they're both hurting for certain.
Yeah, John, they're both beat up, but I think that is the key. The mental is what's going to allow you to get your hand raised in this fight. This will not be easy. You're going to have to go to some dark places whenever you're in front of a guy that is as good as you in every aspect of fighting.
Hendricks' eye is officially swollen shut. The referee keeping a close eye on things. Maybe he'll call for the ringside position, but that condition is only going to get worse as this fight continues. That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds. All right, well, if you like blood, and I do, this is the fight for you. Somehow we've made it to the stools, and both fighters are wearing it.
Yeah, I mean, the corner's going to have some work to do on that cut. He has been beat up in that round, but he has done his fair share of damage himself. This has been a very close fight.
All right, DC, we got a few clips of the damage done in that round. Can see where things really started to escalate.
Yeah, really open up that cut, John. The blows are just devastating. He's got to get out of the way more. I mean, if this guy won't do it himself, somebody's got to help him.
Yeah.
Because you cannot keep taking these types of shots.
Just do not focus on the blood. Don't worry about the cut. Just protect it. You need to go after it.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Oh, big right hook, but a whiff. Hendricks really bleeding something fierce now. That cut is not getting any better. Mixing it up beautifully. Hook shots to the body, the weapon now. The Korean Superboy gets caught by that straight punch. That'll get his attention. And he's looking for that left hand, just missed. Well, if you like blood, maybe this is the fight for you, but that cut just continues to get targeted by his
He's a
opponent.
bloody mess, J.A. He's been beat up. The guy has been targeting the...
These guys are linking all over each other. Oh, man, another strike gets through. This could be over soon. Shoi's looking to go from the full to the half guard here. Opponent not having it. Striking pretty well from the bottom here. Oh! Reverses the position there. Nice transition by Hendricks.
Gotta be careful here.
Under the neck. Oh, and now he flattens him out, DC. A couple hooks in. This could be trouble.
Look at all that hip pressure he has into his opponent's back. Now he'll start to rain down brutal ground and pound.
And you better intelligently defend here. This could be the beginning of the end. Hendricks' cheek is just leaking blood all over the octagon. That gash is absolutely terrible. I might have even caught his jawbone in there. I'm not so sure. Well, he's got his back now. Man, isn't it fun to watch this dude work on the mat?
He's unbelievable how fluid he is in his motions on the mat. He gets hit with another massive ground and pound strike. He has got to protect this cut.
Lands the ground and pound strike here. These ground strikes are starting to add up. Well, doing his able best to avoid the ground and pound here. Nice job.
Oh, now he's going to find himself in a little more danger.
Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound. Beautiful ground strike landed. Nice transition.
All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here.
Scramble and go! Scramble and go!
2 minutes.
Great job landing from the top position.
These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat?
Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively.
He needs to shove the knees. Get his opponent's knee off of his belly so he can get to his feet. Getting him out here.
Pretty athletic off his back to avoid that strike from the top.
In the half guard.
Hendricks' cut has really opened up now. That blood is flowing. Didn't necessarily wake up thinking he was going to be donating blood today. He has donated a whole lot of it. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Under a minute to go in round 4. Well, some might describe this as critical condition. That eye is absolutely mangled. I wouldn't be surprised to see us get a stoppage here soon.
Yeah, I mean, John, you look at his face. He's been beaten up for a very long time. I could see the doctor coming into the ring, looking at the cut and saying, I've seen enough.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
Print the shirts, ground and pound.
He's got to be careful.
Oh, another strike lands from the top. Moving his head on the ground here, avoiding a lot of these big shots. 20 minutes in the can, 5 to go. All right, so somewhat remarkably, we have made it to the end of the round. Both fighters have been cut up severely.
Yeah, and his corner's going to have some work to do on him. And for as bad as he looked, Johns, his opponent is as beat up as he is.
Right, I think that's part of the reason why the corner is not getting involved, because they feel like there has been a lot of damage sustained on the other side as well, as we look back at some of the replays.
I mean, these guys just beat each other up. Both of them landed beautiful strikes over the course of that round, landing damaging punch, landing damaging kicks. So many different attacks led to all the blood that we are seeing on these two fighters.
Gotta think the referee and the ringside physician are gonna be watching things closely as we begin this next round.
You ready to fight? You ready?
So here it is, folks, 5th and final round. Do you believe it? This next round is underway. In the previous round, both fighters got rocked. Crowd going bananas. Big opportunity for both fighters.
These are the types of fights that makes it so fun to sit right next to the octagon and call the action.
Troy his cheek is just pouring blood all over his face, all over the canvas. That gash is terrible, so bad, we might even get a stoppage here. We'll see. All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man, I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep. Oh, nice takedown defense. Fighters separate. Oh, boy, look at that gash.
Heavy leather landed on both sides in that exchange. Hendricks' shot is blocked. Oh, nice job by him there to slip that offer. Oh, he lands a kick to the leg. Well, just exhausting watching some of these takedown attempts. He's unable to get it there.
And he's attempting it over and over again. How long before he gets discouraged and accept that this is going to be a stand-up fight?
Oh, beautifully placed in time kick there by Choi. Nicely done there to keep his hands up and block that strike. He's got to protect that cut if he wants to keep the doctor out.
He's got to protect the cut, John, but he's also got to be very aware because if he's got a smart opponent's going to start finding the body now because he knows the hands are really high to try to protect that cut.
Oh, this could do it. Right, so the damage continues to be doled out, and I think a lot of fans watching at home would probably like to see the referee call on the double.
And that's very rare, because fight fans want to see violence. But right now you have seen enough. This guy is beat, this guy is battered. He doesn't have much more. He has not done the right things to allow for himself to win this fight.
Good work from the top here by Hendricks.
Oh, right into mount.
Back mount now. Hendricks is in half guard. Oh, he's back up again. You gotta like that. Well, it's all pace and pressure down the stretch. He is really lighting him up now. All right, well, I don't have to be a judge to tell you he is losing this fight late in the game now. Time to start throwing up those submission attempts, I would think.
Got to keep going. You got to start throwing up submission attempt after submission attempt and hope that something's free for you to latch on to. Another good takedown.
Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet.
Oh, that right hand barely missed there.
Down the stretch we come, final round, and what a fight, what a performance on both sides. They'll be feeling it tomorrow, but unbelievable will and fortitude on display tonight.
I mean, this is what we as fight fans love. To see two fighters out there battered and bruised, bloody, have been in an absolute war, but neither of them willing to take a step back and give up. I don't know who's going to win this fight, but I do know I am very happy that I was able to call it.
1 minute to go in the fight. Hendricks really taking aim at that cut right now, and hard to blame him, right? They might even call in the ringside position. He is continuing to target that area. Choi gets back up again. All right, he continues to bully his opponent here, really manhandling him on the ground.
Now he's going full mount.
Nice positional control here. 20 seconds left. Lands with the ground and pound. Time winding down, final seconds of the fight. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. Oh, what a finish to this one as we go the full 25 minutes. Stand and cheer, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the official decision is now in. Here is buildup.
We go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 50-45. 48-47 and 49-46. Declared the winner by unanimous decision, the Korean Superboy, Duho Choi.
So the Korean Superboy, Duho Choi, with another highlight for the reel tonight. That reel's getting pretty crowded. Crazy to think this guy is just getting started, maybe a few years removed from his fighting prime. We'll see just how far he can take it, but tonight, undeniably, a huge step in the right direction for a guy who could be